An elephant walked straight up to a man in the middle of nowhere and knelt, not to attack, not to beg, but to ask for help. What he found lodged deep in her trunk. No one was prepared for it. Before we begin this unbelievable true story, hit that like button if you believe animals feel pain just like we do, and subscribe to join us for more real rescue stories that will absolutely shake you. She stood at the edge of the man's farmland, trembling, not in fear, but in pain. An enormous, majestic elephant, her skin cracked with mud and exhaustion, stood silently as if pleading with her eyes. And then she did something unthinkable. She raised her trunk and pointed it toward the man. But the man, Ravi, a quiet farmer in southern India, had never seen anything like this. His goats froze, his cows retreated, and he just stood there, barefoot in red earth, staring into the eyes of a creature that seemed to be crying without tears. Then he saw it. Her trunk was bleeding, not a small cut, but a deep, festering wound. Ravi stepped closer, slowly, carefully. The elephant didn't move, and then he saw what she had come for. A thick coil of barbed wire, rusted, mangled, cutting into her from the inside, was lodged deep in her trunk. Who had done this? Why? The elephant, whom villagers would later name Asha, meaning hope, had wandered alone for days, maybe weeks, in search of help. Not a vet, not a sanctuary, a farmer, a man with no medical degree, no formal training, and barely enough food for himself. And yet, he became her only chance. As the sun beat down on the dry fields, Ravi called out to his wife, Maya, "Get water, now!" They brought buckets, bowls, anything. Asha drank like she hadn't tasted water in days. Her legs buckled. She collapsed to her knees. Maya wept. Ravi didn't know what to do, but he knew he had to try. He fetched his old pliers, rusty, blunt. He boiled them. He approached Asha's trunk. She didn't flinch. She just looked at him as if to say, "Please, I trust you." He started cutting, carefully. Blood flowed. Maya turned away. But Ravi kept going. An hour passed, then two. Finally, he pulled it free. A 2-foot length of twisted, barbed wire coated in blood and mud. Asha let out a sound that shook the trees. Not a roar, not a cry, but something between pain and release. Then, she did something else no one could believe. She wrapped her trunk around Ravi's wrist and held it, gently, as if to say thank you. News spread. Fast wildlife rangers arrived. So did journalists. But Asha refused to leave. She stayed on Ravi's land for 11 days, letting Maya bathe her wounds, eat from their hands, and even sleep near their home. But on the 12th morning, she was gone. Not a sound, not a goodbye. Just footprints in the dirt. Months passed. Then one day, a soft rumble came from the trees. Ravi looked up. Asha had returned, but she wasn't alone. Behind her, a baby elephant. Tiny, wobbling. She had brought her calf to meet the man who had saved her life, as if to say, "This is the one I told you about." And for a moment, the world felt right again. She had disappeared into the wild without a sound, but months later she returned, not alone, but with a calf by her side. And as the man stood frozen in disbelief, the message was clear. This is the one who saved my life. If this story touched your heart, share it, because sometimes the most unforgettable thank you comes from a creature who never speaks a word,